Good afternoon, everybody.
Sorry, that's my fault.
That was Amy making me laugh from behind camera. As usual, we're
Pulling faces.
putting faces to each other. How are you, everybody? Is it a lovely sunny day where you are? It's beautiful here in Midhurst today. Sun is shining. Do say hello if you're watching. Let me know where you're watching from. Oh, I've just spotted Julia's picture. I'm on the wrong page. Oh, for goodness sake.
Ma!
Hold on, I was just looking on Midhurst Sewers and stuff. And I thought, oh, Julia's posted a nice picture there. 2 secs, let me get the right page, that would be helpful. And I can see who's there. I think everyone's out in the garden this afternoon or gone for a walk.
Yeah, I'd be out in the garden right now.
Oh well, you can watch us on catch up.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll just carry on chatting.
They could watch us in the garden.
You could, actually.
We're portable,
Or
you know.
You could be on a mobile,
Yeah.
watching us while you're going
Exactly,
for a walk.
yeah.
Which is what we'll be doing later. Oh, no. Anybody there?
Oh, Suzanne's here.
Oh,
Hello, Suzanne. It's lovely and sunny in Guernsey. Hi, Angela.
Angela, Susan. Nice to see you. I'm on the right page now, so I can see you. Or
Ruth is here on Instagram.
hi, Ruth. Nice to see you. How are you? How are you?
Susan.
Hi, Joe.
Hi, Joe.
Haven't seen you for ages, Joe. Not since this morning.
Oh, 3 hours.
Hmm?
A whole 3 hours.
A whole 3 hours ago. Yeah. How are you getting on with your pressing cloths? Oh, Catherine's having a day's leave. Oh, that's nice.
Aww.
Thanks for joining us again this afternoon,
I
Catherine.
love that people spend their days off with us.
Yes, Jo spent her birthday with us the other day.
Yeah, Barbara spent her birthday with us last week.
Hi, Catherine. Lovely day. Hi, Jilly.
Hi,
Nice to see
Carolyn.
you. And Carolyn. Oh, how lovely.
Oh, Catherine had to drag herself in from the garden to
well,
watch us.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Thanks, Catherine. I know, it's so beautiful, isn't it, today? Really lovely.
Hi, Jilly.
So what else have you been up to this week?
Oh, hi, Celia.
Oh, Celia there. Hi, Celia. Oh, did you have a mishap on the stairs? That's not good.
Afternoon, Janet.
Hi, Janet. How are you? We had a lovely workshop this morning, talking about pressing. I did actually talk about pressing for hours, and then everyone was making pressing cloths. Oh, Suzanne's doing the buttonholes on her pressing cloths, and doing her collar on her Maven dress. Oh, lovely! That was a lovely sew along we had this week. We made the Maven French dart dress, which is behind me there. A little bit of hand sewing to finish that off, which is nice. And this morning we were doing pressing, and we made pressing cloths. So start your pressing cloth wardrobe. Hi, Claire.
Hi, Claire.
Oh, put the second sleeve in her French dart shift. Lovely.
Yay. Oh, I love it when the second one goes in just as well as the first
I know.
one.
Sometimes it doesn't, does it?
Sometimes you put the first one in perfectly and the second one just will not go in.
No. But this actually, that pattern was so good. I mean, we did put an E-stitch around it, but barely needed it. Went in really well.
That's good. I love being able to get a good sleeve. It's
Yes,
so satisfying.
Me too. Hi, Margaret. How
Hi,
are
Margaret.
you? Is it sunny where you are as well? I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. I've got some of the bits we talked about on Monday, Margaret. I've got them here to show this afternoon. Margaret's on my portfolio workshops, and we have a tutorial every Monday. Catch up what we've been doing. And Margaret found some great tools this morning, so some of them I've managed to get. Oh, good. I'm glad it's lovely there as well. I hope it's going to be a lovely weekend, actually, isn't it, Ames? Did you say it's going to be nice?
It's supposed to be really nice tomorrow. I don't know about Sunday, but it's going to be like this tomorrow as
one
well.
Day of sewing, one day
Beautiful
of
blue
sewing.
skies.
Lovely. So yeah, this week we've been busy with sew-alongs. We did tutorial on Monday, French dart dress on Wednesday, week 2 of the denim jacket on Wednesday evening, and then Thursday evening we finished this one. This is the Vogue pattern, the Tom and Linda flat dress. So we finished that dress. I've got a few threads to tie off there, I just noticed actually. So it's been lovely. And this morning we did pressing. So this week's been a lovely busy week doing sew-alongs. What have we got next week? We've got the Mila dress, Starlight Mila dress, and we start the Yannicka jacket, the Lee Swanko Yannicka jacket.
Oh, wanna be sewing? Is it Karen?
That's Karen.
Yeah,
yes,
Karen
hi,
is waving at us on Instagram. She says lovely dresses. Alice is here and she's waving.
Hi Al, how are you?
Hi, Ali from New
Have
York.
you still got snow in New York? Well, we've got beautiful sunshine here.
No, there was snow in her picture the other day.
Yeah. It's lovely here today. So this is my kimono jacket, which I did finish, and that's from last week's sew along, the Vogue pattern, in nice linen from Bloomsbury Square. So yeah, getting lots of things done on the sew alongs.
Whole new wardrobes are being built.
They are. And I've been seeing, it's lovely when people who are on the sew-alongs post their pictures, on Mid-Her Sewers. I saw finished kimonos. Joe and Sally posted their pictures. Beautiful, especially Sally's with the couching. Instead of top stitching, Sally did couched beautiful threads on hers. And,
really pretty.
Joe made her Hong Kong binding. It's all finished with Hong Kong binding, this kimono. And Joe did her Hong Kong binding from a fabric that matched her camisole top that she made. So it makes a really nice outfit. Beautiful lime green kimonos. And also people have been posting pictures of their finished samples from the Friday mornings. So it's been pockets and zip samples, which is good. Nice to see those. Suzanne posted a picture of her fabric store stash. Did you see that, Ames?
Oh, I did see it, and it's made me want to go shopping.
Yes, well you did.
I didn't go shopping there, but I need to stop shopping there.
Yeah, I know.
Enough is enough.
And Margaret,
although we've got a lot of new sew-alongs coming up.
Yes, we have. Margaret finished her Sirius top by Ian Patterns. You've seen a picture of that on Mid-Her Sews. It's a lovely, it's very plain from the front, but in the back it's got a pleated piece of fabric. So Margaret had to learn to do all that pleating, made a template, and looked fantastic. And Julia made a faux fur coat.
I love that.
Which is lovely. I've got that on my list,
lovely.
Julia. I know the sun's come out, but it's going to get cold again.
Suzanne, you can never stop shopping. I know, that is my mantra, I have to say.
Exactly.
Never stop shopping.
So we know that, has anyone else been making anything else actually? I was just going to say, has anyone else made anything else this week that we haven't seen pictures of? What else are you making? It's always nice to hear what you're up to. We're just constantly.
Suzanne's saying Margaret's top was beautiful. It was beautiful, really lovely.
Great pattern, wasn't it?
And did such a good job, even though tricky fabrics.
Yeah,
struggling with the fabrics.
It's because you're putting two different fabrics together. So yeah, well done.
We will be okay in New York.
We will.
Shopping, oh yeah.
Shopping, yeah. Extra suitcases.
Yeah. There's no shortage of places to shop in New York.
Yes,
that's for sure.
We will. I was reading a post by Peter Lappan this morning. He's in New York. His blog is Mel Pattern Balding, and he's giving a list of all the places he goes, random places to get all his bits and pieces in New York. So
yeah, we're always jotting them down, aren't we?
Yeah,
we found great little button places and all sorts from him.
In case we haven't been there. So yeah. So as we know, we will not be able to open the sewing room now until May 17th at the earliest. So it's going to be a little while before we can all be here, which is a little bit sad. But on the positive side, we can do some more sew-alongs. So Julie's taking up trousers. Oh, you're doing that by hand then, Julie? I would think if they're cavalry twill wool. That sort of fabric lasts forever, doesn't it? So yeah, nice little sitting down.
Karen says she made boxes for the mister.
Oh, well, that's a good thing to do. Was that for Valentine's Day? Oh, hooray for sew-along, Suzanne. Yeah, so we're going to do a few more. Amy and I spent yesterday making some lists. Catherine discovered Dorset buttons this week. They're great, aren't they, Dorset buttons? That's a nice little sitting down job as well. So Dorset buttons, you can buy kits and they have a template and you sort of weave fabric in and out of the template to make a button. There's a lovely lady who comes to classes here who is hopefully going to be doing some classes on Dorset buttons here. She does amazing ones. I'll put some pictures up of her button. She did a couture jacket with me last year, and I'm hoping she'll come and do some classes on Dorset buttons, and there's another one as well that she does. Shows you how to do those. But you can buy kits. It's always nice to do a class, isn't it, for those sort of things. So yeah, let me have a look. I can tell you. So next week we're doing Yannicka jacket, Mila dress, and it's the first week of the couture Friday morning. So 4 Friday mornings learning couture technique. So anyone that's booked on that, the kits for that will be going out today. But there are still spaces if anyone wants to learn couture techniques for the next 4 Friday mornings.
Oh, hi Jill. She just got back from shopping and haven't.
Oh, that's nice. Shopping? Must be food shopping.
Yeah.
So I'll just run through the list here, but we will go through them in more detail, and I'll be putting them up over the weekend. They're not on the website yet, so keep looking out over the weekend, and I will send a newsletter out at the weekend as well. So the sort of things we're looking at doing, just to give you an idea, is the Southport Dress. Is that by
True Bias?
True Bias. That's Southport Dress, which is a nice summer dress. The Merchant & Mills overalls, which are like dungarees. Now, that might sound like something you might not wear, but I'm going to make mine in silk. So if you fancy making a pair of overalls, whether it's in denim or silk, do join us for that one. Then we're going to do some Meg's Atelier patterns. We're going to do the sundress, which I made that one in a white cotton gauze, crinkle gauze, which is a lovely dress. It's a sleeveless dress and it's got a elastic cord around the bottom, so a bit like a parka at the back. So we're going to do that one as a sew along. We're going to do the Sports Luxe jacket, which is the one that Amy was wearing a couple of weeks ago. Oh, hi Paula, how are you?
Oh, yeah, someone had requested to be in the broadcast, but that's okay, don't worry, Paula. I ignore those anyway. It happens. I know it happens by accident.
Well, one day we might actually invite someone to join.
I did that once and quickly quit the app. Oh my god!
So we're going to do the Sports Luxe jacket like the one Amy was wearing, and her the sweatshirt. What's it called? Her sweatshirt.
It's the contemporary sweatshirt. There are two options. That's right. Yeah, the two contemporary sweatshirts.
And also the utility coat, which is like a sort of lightweight summer coat.
It's like a parka actually, isn't it? But I think I'm going to do mine in like a translucent white raincoat.
Yeah, with a hood and drawstrings, and so we're going to do that. That might be an evening one, I think. We're going to do a couture skirt. So we're going to do that. That's going to be over 3 weeks, 1 day a week for 3 weeks. So we're going to do a couture skirt. So make it with Linton basically. So just a pencil skirt, or you could do an A-line skirt. So your favourite skirt pattern, we'll do that, and I'll show you how to do some couture techniques like underlining and silk linings and all that sort of thing. Hand sewing. Then we're going to do some of the. We've got about 7 weeks, haven't we, before we can come back? Is it about 7 weeks?
Yeah.
So we've got quite a few weeks, so we can do lots of different things. We're going to do some Till the Sun Goes Down dresses. I love the patterns from Till the Sun Goes Down, and she also has beautiful silk crepe machines that you can make them in. So we're going to do her summer ruffle dress.
Excited about that
which is lovely. It's got a ruffle on it, it's a wrap, you have a choice of sleeves, and we're also going to do her Revere blouse, which is a very simple shirt, and I thought that would be a really nice one to do in silk. So if you fancy moving on with your silk fabrics from making Ogden camis, then we will do a silk blouse or silk shirt using that pattern. Oh, Claire would like to do a jersey wrap dress.
Yeah, we did talk about that.
In the evenings. Well, we'll see if we can do that, Claire, because the one I wear a lot is the Meg's Atelier wrap dress. That's my favourite jersey wrap dress. So, and I normally do it here in a day. So maybe we'll do that over a few evenings. We'll make a note for you. It's
so popular. It always sells out that class.
The other one we're going to be doing until the sun goes down is the Hepburn Shirtwaister, which probably is just slightly out of shot.
Oh, I can probably swivel.
Can you swivel?
It might get. So you're going to see my drinks trolley. There you go. Ooh, Facebook can see it. Instagram can see it.
Oh, there you go. That's the Hepburn Shirtwaister, which I've done as a sleeveless version, but you could do sleeves with a housewife cuff. So that's a lovely dress that could be worn with a petticoat underneath for a vintage event or as a summer dress. I made that to wear for a wedding actually. So
I'm going to make it. I've got that fabric, but in the peachy pink colour.
Yes, that's beautiful.
I picked up at a sewing retreat.
Yeah, that is one of the fabrics from Till the Sun Goes Down actually, but I don't think that colour's still available. But yes, we're going to do that one. So we're thinking summer and we're thinking silk and floaty. Also, oh there we go, Jen. Oh Jen, you made that one, didn't you? With the housewife cuffs as well. I think you started that. You started doing that at a sewing retreat, did you? Or you finished it at a sewing retreat? I can't remember.
I think started.
Yeah,
I can't remember either. I can't remember which way round it was. I think started at the sewing retreat.
That was in the same fabric in the pale blue. Lovely dress. It's got a really pretty the back of the neck as well. We also thought we'd make a pair of pajamas because pajamas sounds like quite a simple garment, but we're going to use the pattern from Closet Core, the Carolyn pajamas, which have piping on them. So it's a good project to. Oh, that's right, Jen. She came to the Vintage Sewing Weekend and made the dress and then finished.
Finished at the retreat. That's right.
Yeah, that's right. So we're going to make the Carolyn pajamas, which will give you a chance to practice your piping, French seams, all that sort of thing. And you could make them in a cotton lawn, or you could make them in a silk if you wanted to. But the idea, we'll do that over a few evenings. So we'll make the top, and then if we don't get the trousers are easy, so it's the top we'll do anyway. And then a couple of other ideas which we haven't put down in definitely yet, but we thought we might do the Tunic Bible. So some of you may know, actually it's on the shelf behind me. If I can see it quickly, I'll grab it. The Tunic Bible is a great book. If I can't see it quickly, I won't get it. There it is.
That was a risky move, Mark.
It was, wasn't it? It was. I just thought it'd be quite nice to show it. This is a great book, and I do this as a workshop.
No, you're out. Yeah, there we go.
This is a workshop every year. It's a 2-day workshop, and we use this. Margaret's saying Carolyn pajamas make them plain. Do you mean no pattern matching, Margaret?
I've made a pair in silk before for my nan for Christmas
did,
last year. So
black silk.
yeah, really lovely black silk. So I'd like to make them again for myself.
Yeah, and I've got some. There's the sample here, which is in a white cotton lawn. So they don't go anywhere but here, do they? Because they're hanging up there. We could show those. These are my lovely white cotton lawn ones. So,
I should have taken the trousers off there.
yeah. So anyway, that's the pattern for the Caroline pajamas. It's a great pattern and a good.
Suzanne, this all sounds fabulous, Claire. Great excitement here in Guernsey.
Good. But yeah, I'm going to hang those on there. So they don't.
Jen says, I still have the fabric for my Caroline pyjamas that I didn't make it to the workshop for.
Oh, you can come and join the
sew-along. You can do the sew-along, Jen.
It's probably going to be an evening, that one, I think. But yeah, the Tunic Bible is a book by Sarah Gunn and Julie Starr. Sarah Gunn started the blog Goodbye Valentino.
Bring it back towards you, there you go, so that Facebook can see it.
Goodbye Valentino, and the idea is that you make the basic body of the dress is the same, and then you can change the different necklines, the length, the sleeves. So it's a really, really good fun workshop, and yeah. I think the longest part of the workshop is choosing which style to make.
Yeah, it's really tricky.
Because you can choose from sort of plackets on the outside, plackets on the inside, ruffle collars. You can make it from a woven, from a jersey, all sorts of things. So I think we'll do that as a fun summer workshop. You could make it in a sheer fabric, be a maxi dress.
Yeah, I'm excited about that one.
Yeah,
so I made that. That was my first workshop I did when I came to work for you.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And that lovely white and turquoise fabric.
Yeah.
I think it's probably on the website, that one. So yeah, so this one got cancelled last summer. I think it's been cancelled a few times. So we'll do it as a sew along, and then we can still do it in the sewing room as well. So we're going to do that one. And there was another one we thought of this morning.
We were thinking of a caftan.
Yeah, sort of caftani type summery dress.
There was another one, but I can't remember what that was. But anyway, they'll be going up this weekend on the website. Always
like suggestions for sew-alongs. So if there are any, we'll make notes and see if we can fit them in. We'll do some as day classes, some as evening classes.
So many exciting ideas.
Oh, the book, Paula, is the Tunic Bible by Julie Starr and Sarah Gunn.
Where can you get that on? Is it
Amazon? Yeah, I get it on Amazon. I know we talk about Amazon a lot, but I don't think Waterstones have got it. And you do get the pattern with it. The pattern's in the back of the book there. So we talk about how to use the pattern, and
it's not one that would be sold out and need pre-ordering, is it?
I don't think so.
No.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking if people want to order it.
Yeah,
I
don't think so.
Anticipation of the class.
I've got a couple of copies here, so if you have troubles, I always have a couple here for the workshops. So if anyone has trouble getting them, I've got a couple.
There's lots I'm excited about. In fact, I went fabric shopping today for some of the classes.
So obviously we're going to have to go have a little word of Victoria at Bloomsbury Square again.
Suzanne is saying, say the authors again, please.
Julie Starr and Sarah Gunn. Sarah Gunn started the blog Goodbye Valentino a few years ago, where she decided to stop buying any clothes and make all her own and throw herself into making, which is what a lot of us do now.
Wendy's here. Hi, Wendy.
Oh, hi,
Still
Wendy.
has to finish the trousers for her festival. Fabric Godmother's highlighted. Yeah, she was highlighting cotton lawns, wasn't she, this week?
Oh, yes, that's right.
Features the PJs and the caftans. The books she mentioned last week are all sold out, Jilly says.
Oh, the fashionary books.
Oh, no.
Well, they'll get them back in stock. There you go, Julie Starr and Sarah Gunn. Jen's mentioned it.
That's because we told everyone to get them.
It is, isn't it?
Everyone. I did see that, is it Barbie?
Yes,
she bought the Textilepedia, so it's obviously hit America quite big as well this week.
Yeah,
so.
one of our colleagues in
unless she
in
saw it from us, she might have seen it from us.
She might have done, because she might have been watching out. She does like our lives.
Yeah.
Nice to see you, Barbie, if you are watching. Yeah, so it's a great book, Tunic Bible.
Oh, Janet got her fabric book.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, Wendy's Festival Gym Jams with the poodle buttons.
The poodle buttons. Oh, Wendy, that seems like ages ago, doesn't it? When you made those. The poodle buttons from Textile Garden, weren't they? Yes. Oh, well, it was so nice to see. Well, I'll see you next week, Wendy. You're doing Yannicka Jacket, aren't you? So that'd be nice to see you next week. That'd be lovely. We might even get to go to festivals this year. You never know. It's quite exciting, isn't it, to sort of start planning. Oh, God.
Just bought a copy from eBay.
Jane says she feels ahead of the herd. She missed the live last week, but already have the textile book. Well
Yay.
done. You've probably spotted it come up. It's a great book, isn't it? Really good book. So we've got lots of ideas coming up. We've got lots of things to do, lots of planning. My wardrobe is growing because we're getting all these things done, which is lovely. Lots of things to wear. So yeah, any ideas that you might think of that you'd like us to do a sew along, we'll definitely consider it. So let us know what you'd like to make. We try and do, we do try. Amy's telling me off because I keep looking down. I want to make sure I've told you everything that I had written down.
Oh, I thought you were just staring at the screen.
No, I was looking at my list. I have got some new things to show you. Last week we looked at storage solutions on ideas for your sewing room, and I talked about the thimble, and I now have I've now got a.
Suzanne's just bought the Tunic Bible.
Oh, lingerie. So this is a nice version of the thimble that we showed you last week, the little pop. It's a plastic one rather than a heavy solid one, but it's pretty colour, so I had to get that. I thought that was so lovely.
Am I coming in for this?
Not for this bit.
Oh, okay.
I'm coming when I do my Silk Organza.
Oh, okay.
Also, so it's just new things I've put on the website this week, just to show you some of the new stuff we've got on. Also, I've ordered some.
Oh, Jilly's just had to cancel her ski trip, but she likes Wendy's picture.
Yes.
Jen, we should get commission on book sales. I know.
We should sell books, shouldn't we?
Suzanne wants us to be quick nowadays. Well, clearly, considering the Textilepedia ran out. Oh, Ruth, me too. Amazon has 6 left. Oh my goodness! Everyone,
we better do the
order your books.
We better do the sew along now. Everyone's ordering the book.
Yeah. I wanted to get my own one, so I might have to quickly. Oh, I can't.
I've got a couple of copies here.
Both phones are being used.
No running off to the office.
I can't do shopping while we're on live.
For those of you that were so long, we've got in a couple of weeks for the Ulysses coat. You do need either a buckle or a couple of D-rings. I've just added some D-rings to the website. So there's you need 5cm D-rings. So I've ordered some of these nice big D-rings, and they're on the website. Now I've got gunmetal, black, and bronze. So those are new things on the website.
The black ones are like flat, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Slightly.
These ones.
I like those.
Yeah, they're sort of these are lovely. Uh-oh.
7 Tunic Bibles in stock on Amazon. Oh, this is exciting.
Yeah.
Claire, we've cattle skiing for 2 years too. Yeah.
It is sad, isn't it?
It is sad.
It's going to be amazing next year though, isn't it, Claire? We want to be able to go skiing. I'll have to just not have any
I've got a lot of friends out there in France, in the mountains, and they're all just sat around. And they're going skiing, but none of the lifts are open, so they have to walk up.
Oh my God.
To do one run. Yeah, they spend 2 hours walking up just to ski down. They're all stuck there.
So there's a D-ring. It's a nice D-ring. So if you need D-rings for your Ulysses coat or for anything, there's a few other patterns that use D-rings, aren't they? But those are...
I'm excited. I'm loving the countdown of Tunic Bible books.
On Amazon.
On Amazon,
yeah. What's going on?
Let's sell them out. Let's sell them out.
Oh, there's some more there. There's some black ones as well. Oh, there we go. Suzanne said, we sent some D-rings.
This is why we didn't close your order earlier, Suzanne. We knew. Oh, Jilly's got her Tunic Bible.
Oh, good. Yeah, did you want... we've got gunmetal, black or bronze. Suzanne, let us know what colour you'd like. Jilly's Tunic Bible's on the way.
Yeah, it's really fun.
It'd be great when I write a book, won't it? We'll just have to say.
Did I say, yeah, Ruth bought one?
Yeah.
On the Insta.
Excellent.
Claire, the snow's brilliant this year too. Yeah, I know. My dad lives there and he said it's really good.
Really good
snow.
this year. Bronze D-rings. For,
oh no, I didn't bring a pen.
Oh, quick, get a pen. I don't even know if I've got one here. There was one behind that sewing machine.
Yeah, I spotted it.
Yeah, I think you just made it, didn't you, last year?
I was there first week of March last year.
Suzanne saying to shield you a book. No, don't worry, Suzanne, because I have actually got a couple of copies here. So you can have one of these. Thank you, though, Suzanne. That's very kind of you. Yeah, I've got one of my own and 2 brand new ones, so one if you'd like it. So those are new things. Also new things. This was I did mention this on the pressing workshop this morning. These are called loop pressing bars. Now they've only just come in, so I haven't played with them yet. But basically, if you're making straps for your garments, so thin straps or thick straps, you can use these to push those up inside the straps and then press them. So you can get a nicely pressed strap. You can also thread cord onto these and pull the cord through the straps. So they're multi-use, these little bars. So I haven't had time to play with them yet, so they've literally just come in. But those, because I talked about them with Margaret on Monday. Oh, They're good. And they're made by Clover, so we know they're good quality. So yeah, so those have just been added to the website. The loop pressing bars. They help you get, well, you know when you're pressing a thin strap or a loop, it's difficult to get the seam along one edge, and this would really help you with that. And also if you want to press the seam open, so really good idea, loop pressing bars.
I was struggling with something similar, like only last week, to do that.
So what are you making with strap?
I can't remember. Something that I've made recently needed little ties or something, I don't know.
Also, this is another thing I was talking to Margaret about. We were talking about basting glue pen. This is basting glue pens for tacking. Now I don't use a lot of, I don't like to glue things, I like to tack things, but every now and then just a little spot of basting glue can be really helpful, particularly if you're sewing on a button on a sewing machine, you just want to just hold it in place, you can't hold it with pins. Sometimes, I don't use it for all pattern matching, but sometimes when you're pattern matching this can be useful. This does dry clear, it does wash out. So if you like the idea of using a basting glue just to help you for some of the some of your sewing projects, then that's now available on the website as well. So those are a couple of new products, and Catherine's bought the Tunic Bible too. Right, we're going to have to put a date up.
We definitely need to,
well, this weekend I'll put a date up for the Tunic Bible sew along, because it's such a good fun one. I always love doing it. And then we were talking on Monday about how difficult it is to measure yourself. It can be quite difficult, can't it, to measure yourself. I always say to have a measuring buddy. And Margaret mentioned these tape measures that you use to when you're measuring for your BMI. And they are tape measures with a clip in them. So you can put them around you.
Joe, me too. Phil, so have I. How many Tunic Bibles have we sold today?
I'm going to message Sarah.
We should have got them in stock.
So this tape measure, you can put it around you, and then you can clip it in, and then pull it tight. And then when you unclip it and take it off, you can see your size. And so I thought that was a brilliant idea. The tape measure starts at 2 inches because that's the width of this bit here. So yeah, and you can, I don't sell these. I got these on Amazon. There's lots of different ones, but they're the ones that you use. They often sell them when you're.
Joe, are you on commission? No,
we're not unfortunately. But you can put the sew along. Just put the sew along with us.
Yeah. Claire, there's 2 left.
Oh God.
So funny.
That is really funny. It's a great, you're going to love it. It's a really great book actually. So start thinking about which style you'd like to make, ladies, and we'll get on that in, we'll try and do that in April.
So funny.
No one's knocking at a tape measure. I think it's quite a good idea, this tape measure.
They're all too interested in selling Amazon out of Tunic Bibles.
I know, you can add one of these to your basket at the same time.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I thought that's a good idea. If you do have trouble measuring, even if you're trying to measure yourself and you're, you know, like me, maybe you can't see the top of your legs, your tummy.
I can't see past my boobs.
Exactly. You might
I always have to hold my boobs in.
So you can measure.
Yeah,
exactly.
I can't see past my boobs. Just found one of those tapes in my mum's sewing table. Wondered how it worked. Suzanne, have you seen the Nana Ero book?
I haven't actually. Oh, no, I have seen. I haven't looked at it closely actually, Suzanne. Oh,
Jenny must be 30 years old.
There we go. Everyone likes to take.
Joe, love the tape measure. What are they called?
What are they called? This is. I have to have a look at it on the thing. I think they're called a self-measuring tape or something like that. Self-measuring tape. And they tend to go up in the medical thing. So you're measuring yourself for, you know, losing weight or measuring your BMI. But I just thought that was a really clever idea. Thank you, Margaret, for that. That was Margaret's. Margaret found those. That was brilliant. So there we go. There's a few new things to think about. Pretty pots, pressing bars, glue pens and D-rings. So there we go, a few things. I like that one, I thought that was a good idea.
It was, very good idea.
It's always good to hear what, you know, if you find new things, what you like to use in your sewing. Well, I know that I love a gadget, and this morning we talked about lots of pressing tools and pressing gadgets on the sew along, and then I got back to the office and there was a newsletter from Closet Core, setting up your sewing station, your pressing station. So they've got a whole bit about pressing as well. Actually, Jenny from this morning sent me a copy of it, but I found it in my inbox about the same time. So there we go. We're very, you know, on it.
Yeah. We're all in tune, us in the sewing world. We're all synced up.
We're all thinking the same thing, aren't we? I know. Was it last week I did a balanced start, and then I saw that Jamie from Neil Devon Sewing had done a balanced start and a belt pocket on his blog that week. Afterwards, obviously, I saw that. So, lots of things to do. So, I thought today, again, I'm not going to do a machine sewing demo this week. I'm going to talk to you about Silk Organza. But Amy is going to come in this week. So
I am, so that we don't accidentally turn off the camera and end up with 2 videos.
Exactly. So I'm going to talk to you about one of my...
Although your phone might die, so I can't come too close.
Oh, you need to plug it
because
in.
that needs to remain plugged in.
So I'm just going to move these bits out of the way so I can talk to you about Silk Organza, which is a very useful fabric to have in your sewing room. So this morning I mentioned how good it is
No,
for...
it's okay.
Reach okay?
I can come to here, yeah.
Oh, there you go. Jill says she's got one of those tape measures. They are good, aren't they? I thought that was a really good idea.
Okay.
Oh, and one other thing I didn't show you.
Oh, that's good. Well, we're here now.
Can you see we've got to see the thread stand if I bring it up.
Oh, yeah. If you put it
This.
just in front of the Tunic Bible.
Another new thing. When we talked about storage last week. This
That's
gadget.
actually perfect.
Is that kind look at this? This holds 60 reels of thread.
And it comes in a little box.
Yeah, it does. It comes in a box which is like this.
It's all flat packed.
It's all flat backed and just to put it together. And it holds 60 reels of thread, so you could have all your tacking threads down the bottom. Janet's got the Tulip Bible, not the Tunic Bible.
Janet, I typed in the Tulip Bible by mistake and lots of religious books were shown.
So yeah, so how about that for your 60 reels of thread in it? You could, if you use the little bobbin holders that we showed you last week, you could have your thread and your bobbin on there. So I thought that was great.
Paula's asking, did you ever find your mask?
Do you know I didn't, Paula? I don't know where that went. I've no idea. But then I've got masks all over the place, so I probably just got put in all of in with the other ones. So no, I didn't find that particular one, but the cleaner was in that day, so maybe it got put in the bin or something. I don't know. So there we go. You just knocked me off then.
Oh, sorry.
So yeah, that's another new thing that's been added to the website today in the storage selection. So a spool holder, 60 spools of thread that holds. I thought it sort of went well what we were talking about last week about keeping your sewing room tidy.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah. And it's quite narrow, isn't it? Like if you show the end, so it would fit sort of almost behind your sewing machine on the table.
It would. And you can chat like that and hang it on the wall if you want to. It's got little bits for hanging on the wall, so you could have it like that and hang it on the wall. So there we go.
Oh, there we go. Catherine's just asked, would love a wall-mounted one. That can be wall-mounted.
This one, you just fold the legs in. So it's got these little legs here. You can fold those in, and then it's got the holes at the top, so you can mount that one to the wall. So there you go. It's versatile. A stand or wall-mounted. Okay. Oh, not the bottom. So I was going to talk about Silk Organza today. Now we talked about Silk Organza this morning. Silk Organza is a very fine fabric, very smooth, and it can be used for lots of things in the sewing room. So I thought I would just talk to you a little bit about it. The main thing that I use Silk Organza for is as a pressing cloth. So the ladies on the pressing workshop this morning will have seen me. We talked a lot about Silk Organza, and we made these little pressing cloths from it. It's fantastic for pressing because it's see-through. So when you're pressing your seams from the right side, place this on top and then press over it, and it'll protect your fabric. It'll stop it scorching or shining, and you can still see through, see what you're doing. So Silk Organza is my favourite fabric for using for pressing cloths. But you don't just need to use it for pressing cloths. It's also a fantastic fabric for underlining. So underlining is where you cut out a fabric. Hold on, I've got all my samples here, I just need to grab them. You cut out your main fabric, and then you cut out a underlining fabric, and you tack them together to change or improve the properties of them. One fabric I always use Silk Organza for is to underline silk dupion. So this is silk dupion here. You see it often made wedding dresses and bridesmaids dresses, but it crushes like a tissue. You can see it creases up, and I always think of Princess Diana's wedding dress when I think of silk dupion.
Julie's saying it was a game changer for pressing.
It is, isn't it? Fantastic Silk Organza for pressing. So if ever I'm working with silk dupion, I always underline it.
Oh, Paula's Got to go for a Teams meeting.
Oh, thanks for joining us, Paula. You'll have to watch us on Catch Up. And as soon as we can, we'll have to meet up for another cup of tea when you can come to Midhurst again. Lovely to see you. So also silk dupion frays like mad. So if you cut out your silk dupion and then you cut out silk organza to match, and then pin them together, and then tack around the edge, and then you just make it up as if it's one fabric.
Janet's saying she did your underlining workshop at a show, so it's great to revise it.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking of doing that as another sew along, actually, Janet. The whole thing.
I have heard Mum's underlining talk 3 or 4 times, and every time I pick up another bit of knowledge that I hadn't taken in the first time. So it is really great
to learn, isn't there? Oh, hi Jackie.
Hi Jackie.
Oh, you're sunny in South London as well. Lovely. I'm just talking about how useful silk organza is in the sewing room. It does come in different colours, but I always have white or natural generally, so that I can, you know, it goes with everything. So if you're underlining something like silk dupion, just pin it together and then tack it. I won't tack all the way around, but otherwise it'll be healed. Even though I quite like a little bit of tacking. So grab yourself some thread and then just tack around the edge, just inside the seam allowance. And if you are tacking, when you are tacking your underlining on, do each side separately.
Well, Janet says yes please to a sew along for that.
For underlining.
For underlining.
Yeah, I'd have to make kits, wouldn't I?
Oh, sorry, I've just clicked something with your mouse because it was.
Okay.
I don't know what I've clicked.
What you can underline stretch jersey with. Lovely print. Make my son a hoodie. The fabric is very thin, so you could fuse it with a stretch fusible interfacing. You can get a stretch lining, or you could underline it with the same fabric, Jen.
Yeah, Jen would like to do the underlining course again.
It's
It's a great one to do over and over, I think.
Yeah, there's always something, because it depends on what project. You know, you don't always take things in if you're not actually making that project at the time, do you?
No, that's exactly it. Yeah.
Or working with that fabric. So, no, everyone might think I'm not working with silk dupion at the moment, but just think of Princess Diana's wedding dress, and then you'll think, oh, should have had more silk organza. You could use, sometimes I use dress net actually. If it's a lined garment, I might use dress net as an underlining on this, but we're talking about silk organza today. So when you get to the corner,
I don't know if we'll be able to see that.
Yeah, I just turn back and come back the other way. I'm going to snip it so that you can see. So what you just do each side of your garment separately, because whenever you sew a seam, you want to take out your tacking. So just do each one separately. Okay, and tack around, and then once you have tacked all your pieces on, like I say, you would then stitch up your garment as if it was one, and now your silk dupion will not crush like it did before. It'll just spring back, so it won't crush like it did before. It'll spring back. So if you ever have worked with this fabric, you've had real trouble with it, then that's what you need to do. Silk
what
organza.
else is it that you underline?
Silk dupion.
No, with silk organza. Oh, sorry, I'm jumping ahead.
Yeah, this one here. This.
Sorry. I was going, that's great. What else?
What else? Linton. So something, or linton, or a loose weave.
Jackie's saying magic.
It is magic.
It is.
Something like a loose weave tweed, like a linton tweed, which you know we love here, a bit of linton. If you're working with something like this and you were making a skirt from it, when you sit down, it would seat. So to prevent it seating, underline it again in silk organza. So cut out your skirt panels and cut out the same panels in silk organza, tack them together, and then make up your skirt. And that will stop your, sorry, my arm in the way. There we go. So, and that will stop your, that will stabilise your fabric. So if it's something like this very loose weave linton, it will stop it seating or stretching. So again, you can imagine if you made a jacket out of this, the sleeves at the elbows would all stretch out of shape. So just by adding it, it's nice and thin. It's not going to add any thickness to your garment, but it will just stop it stretching. In fact, I think Amy's making, you're making your Mila dress next week from linton, aren't you?
I am. I'm going to underline with bram silk.
Oh, you are, because we're not lining that. That's
I'm
right.
not lining it, so I'm underlining that and the linen with bram silk.
So now that doesn't stretch, doesn't go out of shape, and it will stop it seating. So again, silk organza doesn't change the properties of the fabric too much apart from stopping its seating. So that's another use for your silk organza. The other thing that I like to use silk organza for, whenever I get my silk organza, I cut the selvage off. So I don't know if you can see that there.
You could bring your hands this way for Facebook. Yep, there you go.
That way. So that's the selvage of silk organza. So I use this as stay tape. So I just roughly cut it off whenever I get my silk organza fabric. And I always keep this selvage to use as stay tape.
Julie's saying, perfect, have a couple of lovely pieces of linten, so we'll do that.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. Treat your linten with... it needs to be treated well, doesn't it, your linten? So if there's anywhere on a garment that you need to stay the area, we've been talking about staying this week actually on... what we do? Oh, the French dark dress, we had to stay around the neck and we used cotton stay tape, which is perfectly fine. But if you're staying something like the front edge of your couture jacket, for instance, you could use silk organza stay tape and then just pin it in place.
We should say, for anybody that doesn't know what linten is,
oh yes,
because we talk about it all the time, but
yeah.
Linten is the most amazing tweed mill in Carlisle, and they often supply the big fashion houses like Chanel and Yves Saint Laurent, and they're always these bright, beautiful colours.
Other tweeds are available.
Other tweeds are available. Linten is just our favourite.
Yeah. And then I would tack that in place before stitching it permanently with a herringbone stitch, because if you go straight to do this, so this goes on the garment side of your jacket, so that's your seam allowance there. Whenever you're working with a sewing interfacing, it tends to go on the garment side. And I would stitch that in place with a little herringbone stitch just to catch it. But like I say, really, we should tack that in place first so you don't get your threads all caught around the pins. And herringbone is a stitch that's worked like a cross stitch, really, from left to right. As a permanent stitch, it'd be staying in your garment, so wax and press your thread first. So I'll be covering lots of these techniques on the Couture class, which starts next Friday, so if you'd like to know more about all these things. So that would stop the front of your jacket from stretching. Yes, on the wrong side of your garment, on the wrong side of the fabric, on the garment side of the seam of the garment side of the seam, and then once you've stitched it in place, then you fold the edge over like that. So this would then be the wrong side of your garment, and that's the right side. So it's hidden away.
Right to left if you're left-handed.
Yes, yeah. Jen, right to left if you're left-handed, exactly. Yeah, so it's hidden inside the seam allowance, but it would just stop that front edge from stretching. So that's using silk organza selvage as a stay tape on the front of garments. So anywhere where you might use a cotton stay tape, you could use that instead, which is really nice. And then the other thing I use it for is if I'm putting a zip in to...
What time does the couture class begin on Friday?
It's 10 till 12.
Is it over 4 weeks?
4 weeks, yeah.
4 Friday mornings.
4 Friday mornings. If I am putting a zip into something like this, I would put it in by hand. So whenever you're putting a zip in, you need to stabilise the area where the zip's going to go. So I would cut my silk organza into about a 1-inch strip.
Julie says thank you.
I would cut it into a 1-inch strip like that. I'd cut it with pinking shears because it's going to stay in there. Pin it and tack it in place, and then stitch it around the edge again with a herringbone stitch. So silk organza never goes to waste. Not here anyway.
Every
last bit gets used. So when you're working with a fabric like this tweed, and you're stitching it in, you're just catching along this edge is okay, it's the seam allowance. But when you're catching these edges, you just catch the back of the fabric, and the back of the cloth, and that holds that in place, and that will stabilise the area where you're going to be putting your zip in. Where when we're working with other fabrics, we might put a fusible interfacing in. This is just a sew-in interfacing. I wouldn't necessarily want to use a fusible here on my garment. So there we go. Silk Organza is a great fabric, and of course you could make garments from Silk Organza. I saw a lovely parka made from the Silk Organza last year. I think it was the lady from Trend Patterns. You're thinking utility coat now, aren't you?
Maybe that's what I could make my utility coat.
Silk Organza. You love it. And I have made little jackets for bridesmaids and things in the past.
Oh God, I reckon it'd be a right nightmare though.
It would be quite hard.
I'd have to do all French seams, wouldn't I?
You would have to do Frenches or flat fell seams probably.
I might take that challenge.
Yeah, there we go. Transparent parka.
Yeah, made in silk. Yeah. I don't need a raincoat.
You can have.
I'm never going to go out in the rain. Let's be real.
Silk Organza parka, and I'll have sand wash silk dungarees.
Dungarees, yeah. We're up in our game on the classics.
In our game, yeah, yeah, styling them up. So there we go. That was just a little bit of a chat about Silk Organza today.
Oopsie.
I hope that's been useful, and you might think about using Silk Organza in your sewing and in your garments. I'm going to sit here and hand sew this bit of silk. I don't need to, it's only a sample. I'm hand sewing now, I'm away. Love a bit of hand sewing. I have to say I'm really enjoying the sew-alongs. I was saying yesterday that so often when I'm teaching here at the sewing room, I get itchy fingers because I'm teaching and you're all sewing, but at the moment I'm sewing along with you.
Still warm.
Thank you. I'm all sewing along with you, which is really lovely. So, I need to do that. So I have to go that again. I'm not going to do that now. So there we go. So I hope you found that useful today. Where's the best place? I have some Silk Organza in the ivory. Victoria at Bloomsbury Square has Silk Organza as well.
She's got a few colours actually.
And she's got some colours as well. So if you wanted some different colours in Silk Organza, do have a look at Bloomsbury Square for us. It's not widely available. I have it here. You can always buy it from me here if you're having trouble finding it. I just have white available here because we always use Silk Organza. Buy it by the metre. Not many fabric stores have it as a standard fabric, so obviously I have it because we use it in the classes, and Victoria does because she knows we use it in the classes as well.
Yeah, so she got a couple of different colours.
She has, yes.
Just in case you're making something dark with a loose weave.
So have a look. You could just buy half a metre and have a play with it as a pressing cloth, and then use the rest for stay tape and underlining. So Amy's going to come in now because she's got some things to talk about, and of course she may have a cocktail for us as well. I'm going to move that out of the way.
Oh, could you move to your left?
That way.
More, a little bit more. So you've got to be a little bit more. I'm just thinking because Instagram's narrow.
Okay.
So hopefully Instagram can see both of us. Yeah, no, you definitely are.
Oh, okay.
I had it so that the dresses are the edges.
Oh, okay. So you know where we are. That's good.
Yeah, I think it's good. Oh, I forgot my trolley. Hold on.
Don't forget that.
Okay.
So it's like a fun trolley this week.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm in.
Oh, there
Try
we go.
stop and still, Celia says. How wide is it?
It's 150.
Oh, is it? I thought it was super narrow.
No, 150. I only buy the wide one. Hi Sue, what have you been up to? Oh, pampering the post.
Yeah, just in time for cocktails. Yay!
Yes, you are. Yeah, yes.
That's good.
You've been also doing other things this week, haven't you?
I have. So we sort of mentioned at the end of last week's live, very quickly, that we've been sorting out our events. So we've got a new page which you can find on our website for all of our events, retreats, etc. So with retreats, we now have nearly sold out of this year's retreat. So if you are thinking now that we've heard Boris's announcement that you might want to start planning a little getaway this year, we have spaces on our Brighton retreat in August. It's the last week of August.
It is, yes.
I think August bank holiday actually. So some people are going to stay on afterwards and have the August bank
Brighton,
holiday in Brighton.
Yeah.
Then we've got the week after that is the Makers Atelier retreat in Brighton again, same hotel.
Where we work with Frances from the Makers Atelier to make garment from one of her lovely patterns as well.
Yeah.
We do talks and we go and visit fabric shops and all sorts of lovely things.
So that is the first week of September, over a Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. Then in November, which is going to be the 17th, 18th and 19th,
That's
if
right.
I remember. We are going to Dartington Hall in Devon, Totnes, Devon, for 3 days sewing retreat there.
So of course we can visit Stone Fabrics when we go there. It's
Yeah.
always got to be somewhere near a fabric
We
shop.
have to go fabric shopping every time.
We do.
So we only have 2 or 3 spaces left on each of those retreats, which so you can find those going to the website and clicking through. And we've also just secured the dates for next year's New York Sewing Tour and Cruise. So we still have spaces on this year, just a couple of spaces left if you fancy coming away in August to New York, cruising back on the Queen Mary 2 with a sewing retreat on board. But if not, then we are going again in July next year. So all the dates are on the website. We're very excited about that one, aren't we? Are we automatically in for August, or do I need to rebook? Oh, I think you haven't confirmed with me, Claire, but you do have a space. You just have to say yes or no. You can stay with August, or you can go to March next year. This is for anybody that was booked in. We've had to move our retreats twice now. So this was supposed to be happening in 2 weeks' time, wasn't it?
Yeah, it would have been, yeah.
But we moved it, so we've moved it to August.
Yeah, I think you are on the list, Claire.
I've got you there. Yeah, you just have to tell me August or March.
Yeah,
That's it.
so that'd be. Oh, I'm so looking forward to it. It'd be so nice to do it. We love
Yeah,
our sewing
we really
retreats.
feel much more confident now that we're going to be able to do that. So after Boris's happy announcement,
It was happy.
I feel like it was happy.
Yeah, it was happy.
We feel positive.
Yeah, we do.
Yes, that's what I've been up to, as well as doing what so. Oh, I did the denim jacket so long.
Oh yes, you did.
Yes,
It's
so
looking good.
my denim jacket's coming on nicely.
Yeah,
Thanks. Need to confirm a holiday in early September. We'll do it this weekend.
lovely.
Cool.
Thanks,
No rush,
Claire.
Claire.
Oh,
Your
so
space
lovely.
is there.
Yeah, it is there.
Jen, I would like to come in August. I'll book when live is finished. Yay! That's so
Excellent.
nice to see you, Jen.
Oh, it'd be lovely to see you, Jen.
Yeah, really lovely.
Come down and see us. Are you in Scotland at the moment? I'm assuming you're in Scotland, but or are you down in Gospel? Anyway, it'd be lovely to see you. Come along and see us.
Assuming Nicola does the same thing as Boris. Oh, of course, yes.
Oh, of course,
I'm guessing you're in Scotland.
Yeah, I'm in Scotland.
So, yeah, as long as Nicola lets you out.
Yeah. It will be nice to be able to sort of plan a few things, won't it?
Yeah.
So that's what we've been up to this week. Sew along and plannings and exciting things like that. So
cocktail time.
yes. What have we got this week?
This week we are going classic. Susan, escape across the border. We must go sewing. Escape to go sewing. This week we're going classic, and we are having an old-fashioned.
Oh, lovely. What's in that?
An old-fashioned is traditionally a whiskey-based cocktail. So it's a bourbon-based cocktail actually. So I have Woodford Reserve, which is one of my favourite bourbon whiskies.
Nice bottle.
It's a very nice bottle. A old-fashioned can be made. It's traditionally, if you're in a bar that is a good bar, they will always ask you if you would like bourbon or rye whiskey. So the traditional is bourbon. You can mix it up with rye, which is a bit spicier. Yes, I am, but need to drive down occasionally for the shop. Oh, very good. Tie it in with a business.
Yeah.
Business trip.
Business. Don't tell Claire. She's an accountant. Yeah, that's great, Jen. That'd be so lovely. So,
yeah. So can be bourbon or rye. I'm going bourbon. You could also do a brandy old fashioned. You can do a rum old fashioned. The idea is it's just alcohol.
Seems to be a theme.
But it's all about the way you prepare this alcohol that makes it special. So, ingredients needed for this cocktail. This is a great one as an evening drink or as an aperitif, or it's I guess it's considered more of a male cocktail, but I really like a whiskey.
And old-fashioned,
yeah, I love bourbon too, but not heard of that one. A rye. So rye-based whiskey, it would add a bit of spice to it rather than the bourbon. Woodford Reserve actually comes in bourbon and rye, so it's quite nice. You can mix it up and you can have a different one each time. It's just made with rye instead of barley.
So don't ask me.
I don't know. I might have got that wrong. Anyway, it's made with rye. So for an old fashioned, you need a whiskey, bourbon, rye, or you can use rum or brandy. You need some sugar. You can make it with sugar syrup, but it's not as nice. So I prefer a cane sugar. I use sugar cubes. So a brown sugar cube. You don't have to. You can just use half a teaspoon of brown sugar. Pop it in your glass. You need some Angostura Bitters. You can pick it up on Amazon. No, the name of the bourbon you're using. Oh, sorry. Woodford Reserve.
Sorry, Jen.
Sorry. Woodford Reserve. It's from Kentucky.
Angostura Bitters is another one of those ones you have in the cupboard, isn't it?
This is one you have in the cupboard and you've no idea why. Cupboard? You actually have this in the cupboard and I don't know why you had it because it's a cocktail.
Cocktail parties.
Yeah. But it's bitters. Angostura Bitters. So you're going to put on the sugar cube, which is quite hard to do in a glass, but it's a little thing. You're going to put 2 or 3 drops on the cube. It can shoot out like it just did to me. Ooh, there we go. A little bit on the cube. You're also going to put. You're welcome. You're also going to put a couple of teaspoons of water onto the cube. So, I mean, you can just, this is not a very good teaspoon.
This is like a science lesson, isn't it?
Yeah. So, a couple of teaspoons of water onto the cube. And you'll see it starting to melt already. Okay. That's on. You're then going to crush, if you've got granulated sugar already, you don't need to do this, but I've got a sugar cube because I just like the process of crushing my sugar. You're going to crush that sugar. I sometimes use Angostura in cooking. Oh, it's good with fish. So you're going to break down that. There we go. It's so satisfying when that cube breaks because it goes in so hard. So you're just going to sort of mash that a little bit in the bottom of your glass.
Look at the colour of your muddler.
I know. I did get most of the blackberry out of it. It's just staying to the end. That's good. It means it's turning into a professional one. So give that a little muddle in the bottom there. So a little crush. Do your other one. Oh, that one went very much easier. So once you've got your nice little watery, sugary, Angostura-y paste, you're going to take some ice. And again, it works best if you just have one big.
Have you got balls again this week?
Bowl. One big ball of ice. Yeah, pop your ball of ice in. But you can use cubes. You don't have to just have a ball. That's just because I like my ball ice mould. And then you're going to take your bourbon or whichever alcohol you decided to use. It's a double shot per person, so 50 mils of whiskey. You pour that straight into your glass. This glass is a bit narrow. There we go. Straight into your glass. This bottle's not the easiest to pour from, actually. Oh, it smells good already.
That smells nice.
And you're not a whiskey fan, are you? But I think you're going to like this.
Yeah, it's not like I'm not a fan, so I just don't drink it. It's
yeah.
weird, isn't it? You just don't.
So then you're going to get a spoon of any kind. I just like my bar spoon. And you stir it. Traditionally, an old-fashioned is stirred for 3 minutes. But obviously behind the bar, that wasn't great. We couldn't have bartenders stood there. I do remember at one point we were like, well, it has to be at least a minute. So we used to just walk up. You'd see bartenders walking up and down the back of the bar, stirring their old-fashioned for someone. The idea is I mentioned this a few lives ago, you're bruising the whiskey. So you're releasing all that flavour. You're also mixing through the sugar and the Angostura and you're chilling it. But you're releasing all the flavour from the whiskey. So when you drink it, it should explode in your mouth.
It's a science lesson.
It is a science lesson. Who knew you could bruise whiskey? So I'm just going to give ours a quick stir so that we're not...
we could just sit here for 6 minutes.
It's not a favourite for bartenders to make. It's not. No. It's nice if it's a quiet evening and you've not got many customers in. Why would you not put it in a cocktail shaker then to bruise it? It's just the process that you do. You don't want the ice to melt too much. And in a shaker, generally, it will just get the ice dilutes too quickly. Melts too quickly, which will dilute your drink.
It's just a tradition thing.
And it is a tradition thing, but also the ball will help to bruise it. So there we go. And then once I've already got my orange. You get an orange.
Yeah.
So if you're going to pick the right time to ask for one.
On a really busy night.
Don't ask on a very busy night for a bartender to make you an old-fashioned, or you'll end up getting a not very good one. To be honest, it's not worth it. So you're going to We still haven't got an orange peeler up here.
I know, sorry about that.
Mum did buy me an orange peeler and it turned out to be a julienne one.
Yeah.
So that's not really any good. So with your orange peel, you're just doing the spritz over and into the glass.
Just twist it.
You just twist it and it will release all the zest, and then you drop that in. So you get a bit of orange in there as well.
I will get you one because I'm worried about you cutting yourself. That wouldn't be good in the live, would it?
No. I really like, I've had this with rum as well, and rum is another good alcohol for bruising. It does very well being bruised. There we go. So, there's our old fashions.
Oh, lovely. Thank you very much. Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, everybody. Let's try this one. That's nice.
It's not just whiskey, is it?
No, it's lovely.
It's good. I mean, my sugar needs to melt a little bit because I needed to stir it a little bit more.
Yeah.
It is strong.
No, it's lovely.
But it's just upping your whiskey game.
What does whiskey taste different from bourbon then? Does it taste quite a lot different?
Well, bourbon is whiskey.
Oh, it's a type of
just
whiskey.
It's a type of whiskey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, bourbon, rye, or you have malt or Scotch. But yeah, bourbon is from Kentucky.
Because people have like a whole whiskey shelf, don't they? All these different.
Yeah, they're all from different locations. It's just like champagne has to come from Champagne. Bourbon comes from Kentucky.
Oh, I see.
Which is actually a dry state, which is quite hilarious.
Oh.
They can't drink it though.
So there you go, another one for your list to try this weekend while you're out in the garden, or whatever, sewing at home.
Yeah, it's more of a, to be honest, I didn't know that it was going to be this sunny today because it is quite a good by the fire cocktail.
It is, isn't it? Yeah, it's quite a wintry one. So there we go, another cocktail for you to try. I hope you've enjoyed yourselves today. It's been lovely, isn't it, today?
Yeah, it's flown
really
by.
Quickly today, all that chat.
Was your clock stopped? Yeah, your clock's saying it's 20 to 4.
Oh,
it's definitely 5 past 4.
I was going to say, why is that stopped on my laptop?
I don't know. Oh, there we go. It's done it now.
It's just jumped. Oh, it's because that thingy came up there for some reason. So there we go. That's what we've got for you today, I think.
It is, yeah.
It is, yeah.
We've done well.
Jilly's saying cheers. There we go.
Cheers.
And Suzanne's finished her Maven dress while watching us.
Yeah.
That's great. Well done.
Well
Always
done.
good to do a little bit of hand sewing while you're watching us, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Jen. Thank you. We'll look forward to seeing you. Yeah, that's the thing. That's what you need. That's why we find the sew-along so good, Jen, because we can actually speak to people face to face.
Yeah.
This is great because we can see you and we know who you are and everything. So it's been really lovely to see you. Oh yes,
it should have been that Aperol Spritz. Yeah, Aperol Spritz would have been perfect.
Yeah,
today. You're right.
Yes. Do you know, I got one of those pasta things this week, and I didn't realise you had to put a code in to get the free Aperol Spritz.
Yeah, we were very disappointed.
Kat's been saying that was good fun and expensive. I only bought a book.
Oh, I know.
Oh, it's been lovely to see you all. Thank you, Jackie. Lovely to see you. Thanks, Jill. So have a great week, everybody. Do catch us on our sew-alongs if you want to. Have a look out over the weekend. I'll be adding those all this weekend, as well as sending out emails to everyone who was due to have a workshop between now and 17th of May. I'll be moving those all to later in the year. So look out for those emails and more information about the sew-alongs. So thank you so much. Thank you, Caroline. Thank you, Jill. Lovely to see you
everybody.
all. And we will see you all next week. Have a great weekend, everybody.